excited, Kevin. That's awesome. I wonder if they'll throw him up on the tightrope or whatever it is.
I know. Well, when he was walking out, he said, no, I'm not going to be doing anything today. I didn't bring the right clothes. Yeah, right, Kevin. I think he should.
Because jeans aren't appropriate?
Yeah, I know. Or a golf shirt.
All right, well, that's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you tune in because we're going to be checking in with Kevin frequently about his circus updates. That's kind of funny. I kind of want to do the circus theme in my head.
Circus updates.
Okay, I'm going to have the details on that, plus our temperatures. Will they stay warm? Details just ahead. First, here's Rachel.
Yes, the fog, really big issue right now, especially if you're traveling out on the 401. Let's take a look at it right now. It's through Mississauga and okay as you connect with the Gardiner. Thanks, Kevin. Yep, east into the downtown core. And the Gardiner, not looking too bad, Kevin, so you should have a quick ride. But let me show you some places that aren't. No major traffic jams, but Emily, the weather's certainly playing a factor on the drive. Thanks so much, Emily. And things are starting to look slow. Looks like the active weather is getting the best of the drive on the Don Valley Parkway with some very foggy conditions as you travel through Scarborough this morning. Of course, you can follow BTT_GTA on Twitter. All right, and the active weather here at home in the GTA, it's starting to play a damper on the morning drive, starting to get quite busy out there, and now we have a crash. Southbound on the 400, we are looking at problems at really playing a factor on the drive, so a little bit slower. Now, Emily, how long is this rain expected to last this morning?
We just learned from Rachel is that Cirque du Soleil actually originated in
Montreal. So it's Canadian. And I actually...
Le Rêve or something.
Low, maybe?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember.
But it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So stay with us because this is going to be a really good show.
Yeah, Kevin's got a big treat ahead of him, but I don't know if they'll put him in any kind of contortionist positions or anything.
He already said no, but... we're going to force him.
We might. All right, we'll take a look at the radar. You can still see a minute, but first I'm going to turn things over to Rachel for an update on traffic.
All right, we will look forward to that. And this you might not be looking forward to. We are dealing with a lot of volume, fog, and a crash as well. We are your headaches, Emily, but the weather, yes, it is playing a factor on the drive. All right, thanks so much for that, Emily. Active weather around the world and active weather right here at home. It's causing some problems on the drive. Yes, earlier we did have a crash southbound on the 400. Just the wet roads and the fog. Not too many crashes, Emily, so there's the good news.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. The Cirque du Soleil is something, if you've never seen it in your life, you have to check it out because it's something like you've never, ever seen before.
Yeah, absolutely magical. The way they twist in the air. The one I saw had pools, so they would dive into water, and it's really unbelievable.
Well, I don't know how many people on the roads are going to be practicing, diving into pools, but I know some of this rain is affecting traffic. But first, I'm going to turn things over to Rachel for an update.
Yes, things are a little wet out there, and that is causing some tricky driving conditions. Right now, if I take you out, we were earlier dealing with some thick fog, but Emily, looks like that has now dissipated. All right, Kevin, having a fun morning as always. Inside from the rain. The rain, though, causing an issue for the drivers. So this traffic report, listen up. It's important here. All right, Kevin, he admitted it. Not the best contortionist. Thanks so much for that, guys. They are with Cirque du Soleil this morning. Now, taking a look at our Beat the Traffic system here, still have some pretty big problems. It's a live shot through Steeles. Very heavy volume. Now, stay with us. Emily has more on the warm-up, and we'll be bringing you some more traffic updates. Not in the actual clouds where it's raining.
Yeah.
He picked the indoor segment today.
Of course. Kevin's no fool, that's for sure. I do want to mention before we get to our weather details, today begins the anniversary of Hurricane Hazel. Happened within Ontario 1954. Now, if you ask Tom Reynolds about this, and he's probably really sad that he's not here to talk about this.
He would know a lot more than me.
He lived in the Toronto area at the time. His dad actually went out and shot some footage of what happened within the area, and the flooding was just incredible.
All right, thanks for that, Emily. And I know Marie Curtis Park, just on the borderline of Mississauga, Toronto, that park was actually built as an area to help the flooding after Hurricane Hazel. So there you go, a little bit of trivia as well. Now let's get into our traffic story where jammed with a lot of volume out there. But the good news, Emily, the road's starting to look a little bit drier in some areas. All right, looks like the active weather throughout the GTA continues to move off further east. Emily will have those details in just a minute, but first, let's get into our traffic details where we are looking at a new issue now. And I also want to mention those earlier problems that we had on the 401 around Highway 6. Both of them have now cleared.
Tell us where we are right now. This is one of the main tents.
Yes, this is the artistic tent. This is where basically the artists all live before the show. They warm up and they get ready.
There's somebody behind you, Sherilyn.
Yes, there is.
What's he doing?
We have Ryan behind me who is warming up to show you some interesting things later on.
No problem. I could do that.
Easy.
Like
Easy.
one hand. Rachel was just doing it over there.
Blindfolded. Yeah. I do it in between traffic hits.
She does. She was bouncing on her chair. It was great. It was really cool to see. Really cool stuff. Kevin, we're so jealous that you get to experience kind of like the inside story of Cirque du Soleil.
Seeing how they train behind the scenes, how everything works. Love it.
Very neat. All right. Well, we do have some rain, unfortunately, on and off throughout the day today. Here's through much of the GTA. How about these temperatures? Are they going to stick around? Are we going to continue to see mild conditions? Details just ahead. But first, here's Rachel.
And we continue with our problems on the 401 eastbound, this at the Allen. Now, those mild temperatures, Emily, how long are they lasting for?
So how's that? Back inside of the studio. Wow. Good job.
Okay, and in our next segment, Kevin will be demonstrating that kind of work, so stay with us here at the Weather Network. Thanks so much, guys. All right, now let's take a look at this. This is not as much fun as jumping on that trampoline, I'll tell you that. It's still just trickling along through here. Stay with us. More traffic updates coming up. Well, if you're traveling westbound on the Gardiner, merging with the QEW, this route, do not take it. You'll want to take the Lakeshore, maybe the Queensway. 401, big delays right now through Mississauga. What a cool job. Thanks so much for that, guys. Cirque du Soleil playing in Toronto. So Kevin bringing us the updates in the behind-the-scenes view. Now, let's take a look at our traffic conditions. We are dealing with the Gardiner problem. Scarborough up towards Vic Park, still seeing some huge volume delays traveling through here.
Okay, and back inside of the studio. Here we go. Whoa! There we go. Whoa!
He wasn't even trying at the end.
I can't. He's doing a better job than me. I can't juggle to save my life.
No, I wouldn't. I can't either. I'm not very coordinated.
No, the hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it. But you know, I bet you Tom can juggle.
What can't Tom do?
Honestly, like I bet you he would have walked into the shot, juggling
everything.
Yeah, you know,
bouncing one off his foot.
And I do want to mention that this rain that's coming in. Tom just sent me some pictures of himself climbing up onto his roof.
Uh-oh, that is never a good sign.
He's fallen off his roof twice this year. Showers moving out of the GTA, which is good news for Tom, but bad news for those of you that are traveling east on the 401 corridor. We'll talk about the temperatures. We'll see how long they're going to stay mild for, but first, here's Rachel with traffic.
All right, thanks, Emily. Now, one of the biggest problems right now is out on the Gardiner. This is westbound Gardiner, quite busy. And then once you get further east, Emily, that's where people should be running into the rain, right? Thanks so much for joining us here on the Weather Network. And now to take a look at traffic, where things are looking a little bit better out there on the westbound Gardiner. So now, of course, this is our last live look at traffic here on the Weather Network, but you can download the Beat the Traffic app. That's for your smartphone. And of course, follow Beat the Traffic on Twitter, BTT_GTA.
Thanks so much, Rachel.